guys, Summoners War update 651, and yes, that means that I am back home. I'm back in the studio. I was gone for the past couple days. I was visiting my girlfriend. That's why we saw summon videos, and the worst balance patch review video I've ever done. Bagel, they're all bad. Okay, they're all bad, but still, the 2-minute text only on the screen. I was trying to do my best. I had like nothing to work with. I didn't want to say that I was gone, that I was like 1,000 miles away, because then that's a good way to get robbed. But anyway, update 6. But anyway, I'm back. Update 651. This is kind of a lot of nothing, to be honest. We got a rune quality of life. It's no updates to actually maxing the runes, the thing that we all care about and we want more than anything else. No update there. Monster skill balancing adjustment, which is actually good. I can't really say too much about the balance patch, like, oh, it's a terrible balance patch. Like, they did actually balance things that were lower on the tier list, like that were not very widely used. So that's nice. I feel like they did. I feel like they're listening lately to, and I can't really criticize them if they're listening to community feedback. What am I going to say? Like, oh, I mean, like, I would have done something different, but they are actually paying attention, listening to feedback from the community, so I can't complain about that. Some people like this, I guess, rune quality of life improvements for these, loading the runes on all these different monsters. This is nice, just a little update. So this is flashes to show the different things that are getting changed when you do the auto engrave. It just wasn't, I believe it just wasn't highlighting them before if you change the runes using auto engrave to show you the different changes. This is actually nice for new players. I actually do like this. So when you click on this now, it will show you the property range, because I think most players that have been playing for quite like 5, 6, 7 years, like, we know this already. We know the ranges of these things that they can roll into, and we know, like, oh, this is efficient, this is not efficient. But this is really nice for new players to understand, like, oh, these are the ranges for this. So I think that's a nice improvement. Nothing bad to say about this. This is just added skill icons for here. I don't really care too much about that, but whatever. I guess improvements are improvements. White artifacts. I mean, white artifacts is still better than no artifacts, but white artifacts. And they're cheaper to upgrade too. Then there's something else that I liked in here too. Rune statistics, no. Not this. Early gameplay improvement. Oh, the bomb thing. The help battle harmful effect descriptions of bomb effect have been improved. Explodes a fixed amount of turns to inflict damage, stuns the target for 1 turn. This is nice. It gives you a little bit more information on how the bomb works, because there are early game players don't understand how the bomb works, because how would they know how the bomb works? So this is nice. When remaining turns reach 0, the bomb explodes, deal damage that ignores defense, which is nice to let them know it ignores defense. Stuns for 1 turn. Or actually, it already told them it ignores defense. Damage is affected by the caster's attack power, and the chance of stunning is affected by the caster's accuracy and the target's resistance. So it's nice to give them a little bit more information on that. Monster info usage improvement for people that, I know a lot of people don't really care too much about this unless they're like a casual player and they're looking for, like, oh, I just summoned this monster, I want to know where it's good for. And then they'll like take a look at this. The auto select monster for, what is this, enhancing? Oh, this is for the rainbow mod storage. Which I was trying to use before, and I was like, oh, they didn't add this to the rainbow mod storage, so they added it to the rainbow mod storage. Now, transmog building, improvements, mentee things that have not logged in for more than 30 days can be deleted automatically, which you can only delete 1 a day from the mentor-mentee thing otherwise, right? You can delete 5 friends a day. You can delete 1 mentor-mentee thing per day. This is just other quality of life improvements. This is just a little bug fix. This is just to make it easier to read for all of these artifact stats. Because, you know, sometimes there's a lot of text and you're like, oh my god, there's so much text. So this is just to make it easier to read. This is just another, they changed the wind kind, but they didn't change the skill, they just changed the name of the skill. So, and then also down here, the new transmogs were planned to be added to this update, but it was unavoidable to postpone the schedule of the next update. As the quality of transmogs were not good enough to present to our summoners, we asked for kind understanding. So here's the thing, I'm gonna start drama. So here's the thing, like, well, why didn't they just postpone the update till the transmogs were ready? Because they had to get this out before Pokemon Legends. They had to get this out, and I mentioned this when I was like, in another video like a week or 2 ago, I was like, oh, there's going to be a balance patch coming. And then some people were like, oh, well, why do you think there's a balance patch coming? Because Kamtua said they were going to do it more frequently. So far they have been doing it more frequently, and I'm like, watch, they do a balance patch to get like an update right before the new Pokemon game comes out, because there's so many Summoners War players that also like Pokemon, and that's going to be very dangerous to like if people are bored of Summoners War, new Pokemon games comes out. People are going to play that. So they had to do something to keep people entertained so that they don't play Pokemon when it comes out. Otherwise, they would have the same issue when Genshin came out. Like, a lot of people started playing Genshin. They were like, oh, why am I playing Summoner for? Genshin just came out. I could just play Genshin. So, yeah, it was a smart business decision on their end to do that. Let's take a quick look at some of the stuff from the balance. I know we already talked about the balance patch. If you guys only care about this part, then that's it. We'll take a look at the balance patch now. We kind of already went through this in the other video, the 2-minute text only video. These are fair nerfs. I know they nerfed my boy, my light monkey. It's fair. It's a fair nerf. Water Pioneer, fair nerf. These are units that I use pretty regularly. Most of these we kind of already talked about. Hell Lady buff, it's just a change. I actually liked the Disturb HP recovery, because the teams that I use her in are against like tanky bruiser teams that heal a lot, so destroy HP and heal block. I actually like that on her. So we'll see. I think, me personally, I mean, if you guys like it, if more people like it, then it's a good buff or a good change. But for me personally, I think I might like it less. But that's just personally how I use the unit. That doesn't mean it's necessarily better or worse. It's just they're changing the unit. Sea Emperor's nice transfer 2 harmful effects is actually could be pretty nasty. Could be pretty nasty where it's like, oh, which harmful effect is it going to transfer the bomb? Now it's like, if there's 2 harmful effects, it's going to transfer the bomb too. So Mega Tsunami actually could be really nice against some of the counters to Triton. Is that 35% attack age decrease could be really impactful. I know a lot of people are excited about the Odin buff, Water Monkey King. Some people saying like, oh, he's OP now. I don't think he's the Water Monkey. I think Water Monkey King, people are going to use him because he got buffed, and they're going to be like, oh, look how good he is now. It's like, he was just as good before. He's got great base speed. He does strips. He gives himself invincibility, immunity, and then he also has AoE CC and turn cycling and good base speed. So he's already been good. I think I'm kind of just mentioning the things that I already said before. The Dark Monkey, I think, needs 100%. Like they're gonna keep buffing it in every patch until it gets to 100%. May as well just put 100% down. Like, no, but then we don't have filler for the next patches. Oh, okay. You don't have filler. Okay. So, Dark Anubis, what? Oh, the Fire Ryu actually seems like that may make him very nasty. Like, he can already solo things. We've already seen him solo things, but this might actually, he's gonna be very dangerous. He's gonna be his ban rate is gonna go up because people are gonna see this toxicity and get soloed by this, and they're gonna be like, okay, I get it. I gotta consider banning him a little bit more. I think this Wind Bison is, I mean, the Light Striker, we're not, the 6%, we don't really need to talk about that. Windslayer, he's already pretty good. He's like, if you guys like picking Ganny, he's like a Ganny, but he does a defense break. He does some provokes too. He's got provokes on all skills now. This Wind Bison Windslayer. So he's a provoke king. So yeah, that's not bad. I mean, you can still use like Tetra or Veramos against him, but yeah, that's. I think he's a really decent unit. This Wind Sky Surfer, man. Oh my, the Wind Sky Surfer. You put 33 speed lead on anything that's gonna be meta. So Wind Sky Surfer and turn cycling and increase skill cooldown time of the enemy, decrease skill cooldown time of yours. This guy's absolutely gonna be meta. This Wind Sky Surfer. That's it. GG for Wind Sky Surfer owners. He's definitely, that 33 speed lead makes anything better, guys. It makes anything better. It's like, you can justify picking anything. Like, if Arnold had a 33 speed lead, I'd be like, I'm using Arnold. There we go. Light Sky Surfer, decreased tech bar, it just makes him better. Dark Sky Surfer, I think this is I don't know if I mentioned how big of a buff that I think this is. This is potentially kind of nasty against turn cycling comps. Increases the attack bar of all allies by 10% each. This increases your attack bar by 5% each whenever the attack bar of enemies and allies decrease. So this is now increased attack bar of all allies by 10% each if the enemy target decreases an ally's attack bar during the enemy's turn. Like, we've seen how Hey Gang works, we've seen how Vertiheal works. This guy's going to be really nasty in those same situations. In addition, increase the effective attack bar, increasing skills of all allies by 50%. Effect does not accumulate and does not apply in battle against bosses. So this guy's going to be a nasty counter pick. He's going to be a nasty counter pick. So GZ, I really think that this guy's going to be a super good. GZ Dark Sky Surfer owners. The people that own Dark Sky Surfer is like, I'm a casual and all I do is summon. I don't even play RTA. Then we have just Paladins, a little bit of extra improvements on those. We have the new effect Berserk. I kind of cut this a little bit weird in the other video that we did, where I like did this part with the Paladins that has nothing to do with the Paladins. This is for the Barbaric Kings. It works kind of like Berserk in Final Fantasy and other RPGs. Is it just makes them more like glass cannons, decrease their HP, increases the damage that they do, and then also increases attack speed as well. So, and then the Light BK, man, Light BK cooldown time decreased from 1 turn with his 3rd skill, and then stun duration is 2 turns, and then he's gonna turn cycle too. He turn cycles with skill 1, no, not skill 1. He turn cycles with his skill 2. He increases attack H, and then he also he speeds himself up as part of his passive. So this guy could be a really nasty thing for. I think we might see him more on Guild Siege defense now too. 2-turn stun, decreased cooldowns, and he's in Berserk mode, and he's got a speed. He has a speed lead for guild content, so that's why I say that. So all these BKs got a nice little buff. Fire Sky Dancer, she's got attack power up the butt. And Dark Sky Dancer, she just makes more sense now. She's more synergistic with what she should be. I know that Veramos also got a type change, so he's actually going to be tankier than he was before, because I think he had like 9880. 9885, is that his base HP? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Something around there. But now he's going to have more HP. He's probably going to have less attack power as well, because he's a support unit. We got the Death Knight's got a little buff. I don't think that's going to make him anything crazy, except for the Dark Death Knight. Decreases damage taken by light monsters by 50%. That's part of the passive. 50%. If your opponent is picking like some crazy whale light team, that's a nerf to that whale team. And this was a Hall of Heroes unit. So I think that, I'm not saying pick it in every match, of course, but if you see your opponent's picking like a crazy LD whale team, you're like, oh, I might want to consider picking Diaz, because that is 50% damage decrease is quite a lot. So that's also could be nice for the Rift Beast as well. I'm trying to think where else that would be. Could be nice for the Rift Beast. Could be fun in some PvE, actually. Now that I think about it, could be fun in some PvE. Stream Masters, just a little bit of improvements. Become immune to inability effects is actually pretty nice. I don't think it's going to make him like super crazy meta as much as like speed leads, like I mentioned in the other video. But it's still a nice improvement. Ninja. So the thing, first off, let's talk about the Light Ninja. So Light Ninja gets a strip. He had an AoE glancing hit before with his skill 2. He's got a speed lead. He's got, I think, 107 base speed, if I recall correctly. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen the Light Ninja's base speed. I want to say 107, but he's got a strip here. Removes beneficial effect from enemies at 50% chance. I don't think that this is actually going to go up. Okay, can you guys even see this thing? I don't think this 50% is going to go up. I think it's just going to stay 50%. I don't think that it's going to have any skill ups, because currently it doesn't have any skill ups for activation rate for glancing or anything. So I think it's just going to be 50% chance to strip. So 50% chance to strip, and then glancing. You could put him on Swift if you know your opponent is going to try to outspeed and cleave. You can use him on Swift with his speed lead for himself. You could also use him for arena offense with Kabila, for example, an aggressive arena offense team. But you could use him for just Swift and have him on one of your best Swift sets, and then your opponent would have to, like, you usually think, I'm going to have to either ban out the speed lead or ban out the Swift unit. But this one, he's a speed lead and a Swift unit by himself. Kind of like the same situation as Water Ryu, right? So consider him like that. I don't think this is going to be reliable, considering it's only going to be a 50% chance. But it could be still a nasty thing to take into, like, if you want to try to outspeed with cleaves, outspeed cleaves with this, and just have him on a super fast set, because 107 base speed is not that bad. Water Ninja is going to be interesting. Increases your... So he already has a passive where he decreases the chance... He increases resistance and he decreases the chance of getting hit by a critical hit or a glancing hit. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna actually take a look at the water. Let's take a look together at the Water Ninja. First, yes, Light Ninja has 107 base speed, and he does not have any harmful effect increases for this currently, and I'm sure he's not going to get any extra harmful effect increases after the buff. So this one is going to be very interesting, though. Increases his attack gauge when he is not crit on. And he also has his passive, which reduces the odds of receiving a critical hit by 50%, increases your resistance by 50%, and then he's going to absorb attack gauge here. It's not going to just decrease, it's going to absorb it now. So he's going to turn cycle so much, he's going to absorb by 50%, and then he's going to keep increasing 20% every time the enemy does not crit on him. He's going to get a lot of turns. He's going to get a lot of turns. So this is going to be very interesting. I just wanted to mention this because I think that at first glance, it's like, oh, okay, he just increases his attack bar when he's not crit on. Okay, whatever. But aside from, I think the thing that's gonna hold him back is his base stats. He has 80-70 base HP when he's 6 stars, so I think that's gonna hold him back versus things that are like super crazy tank, like Nat 5s and Second Awakened units. So that's gonna be in his detriment, but he is going to still, when his passive actually works, he's going to be a nasty, potentially a nasty unit. So I'm very interested to see what this guy actually looks like after his buff in actual action. So back to the patch, we are on the ninjas. The Wind Ninja and Light Ninja also have absorb enemies attack bar instead of just decrease it, which is nice. Wind Cannon Girl has the rolling cannon. This is not going to land as a glancing hit. Also, it says damage changed due to the new effect added, which means that she's going to do less less damage. This is not really necessarily what she needed. She needed something to give her more survivability if she's going to be a turn 2 unit, in my opinion. I don't really see us using her more necessarily. I think the people that really like to use her and are like adamant that they're like, I'm going to make Christina work, they're going to still use Christina. They're going to appreciate this, but I don't think it's going to really increase the amount of people using Christina overall. That we have, I think that this is going to be really, this Fire Cannon Girl is actually, this is the buff she needed, so I really like this one. Then we have block beneficial effects for 2 turns, just a little extra things on the water and light ones. So that's just fairly straightforward buffs, but I think this Fire Cannon Girl is going to be a really nice unit to bring in with Pungbeck. And then we have the threat, which just gets a little buff there. But man, Christina got nothing. Christina's like, it won't glance. Or maybe I'm not giving that enough credit, but anyway. Wind Sky Surfer, increase attack speed of ally monsters in the arena. This Wind Sky Surfer is going to be all over the place now. Really, he's going to be all over the place. And then the Fire Sky Dancer is now attack power and guild content. It's just going to be better for Guild War offense, basically. We already mentioned this. We already mentioned the move the AI, which needs to be done to every unit in the game. But yeah, I think that's about it. I just wanted to cover this a little bit more, even though we already talked about all of this super fast. But I'm excited about a couple of these units. I'm excited about the Fire Cannon Girl. I'm excited. Well, I won't say what I'm excited about. We'll just do videos on them, and we'll show how good or crappy they potentially are. But anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always. I'm gonna get ready to do that, and I will see you as always in the next one.